Hello everyone, I am Santosh. I have hosted my portfolio as a static website and an Amazon S3 bucket. Let's walk through how I implemented it. First, we will review the AWS architecture diagram for hosting a static website. S3 is a regional service, but the bucket name should be globally unique. In S3, generally we store log files, backups, application assets, media files, and large datasets for analytics. Other than this, S3 is used for hosting static websites, landing pages, portfolios, and documentation sites. Here is the overall flow of how the static website works. Developer uploads static files to the S3 bucket. Users access the website by hitting the endpoint. The request goes over the internet directly to the S3 bucket. S3 serves static content back to the user. S3 acts as a static web server. Traffic goes directly to the S3 bucket. Content is served directly from S3 bucket. No server needed, no backend, no caching, no edge locations. Bucket must be publicly accessible. Performance depends on S3 region. Advantages: lowest cost, no server management, highly durable and scalable. Disadvantages: no HTTPS by default, limited routing and logic. Finally, the architecture says that serverless static hosting, no downtime due to server failure. Website stays up even if data center fails or hardware fails. AWS handles availability, highly available by default. Right now, I don't have any S3 packet. Let's create it via Terraform. S3 static website, my project directory. Terraform is subdirectory. Inside that, I have four files: main.tf, outputs.tf, terraform.tf, variables.tf. Let's see one by one. In main.tf, I mention S3 configurations, provider AWS, bucket name and tags, website configuration, index document, index.html, error document, error.html. Bucket versioning is enabled. Bucket ownership controls. The one who creates has full access to the bucket. In bucket policy, I mentioned least privilege access, get object, which means anyone can read objects from a bucket. Server-side encryption configuration. I used symmetric encryption to encrypt all my objects in my bucket. In variables.tf, actual input variables are declared. In terraform.tf files, actual input values are passed. Outputs.tf file displays outputs from the state file like S3 bucket name, website endpoint, and bucket ARN. Terraform init prepares working directory, download plugins, and set up backend. Terraform validate check configuration for syntax errors and internal consistency. Terraform plan preview the changes that will be made to the infrastructure. Terraform apply provision infrastructure based on the plan. Finally, my S3 bucket is created in the name Santosh Kumar Portfolio 2026. It returned output values like bucket ARN, bucket name, and website endpoint. Let's refresh and check it. Yes, my bucket is created. Later, I uploaded all the files related to my portfolio website. Let's take a look at the hosted static website. finally, my portfolio website is working exactly as I expected. Thank you.